Well, you're double teaming.
Yep. Always do, Walker.
MC Jones says he thinks you're double teaming.
We are here today to honor our Ellis High School students' achievement in 2018 school year. In particular, we want to give special attention to our seniors for their efforts and accomplishments. I would like to say thanks to the parents, families, and friends who give their support to our students and to the Ellis schools. Thank you to the teachers, sponsors, and coaches who have tirelessly given their time and effort to our students, which is appropriate for the Teacher Appreciation Week. Thank you, teachers. And thank you to all those who award our graduates with financial scholarships. Without their generosity, the Ellis educational community would not be what it is today. And finally, I would like to thank each of you, especially our parents and our guests, for your attendance today. We really appreciate you being here. To start this morning, due to a scheduling issue, we'd like to ask Mr. Doe to come forward. I think he has a music award to present.
First things first, I'd like to have all high school choir members stand up, please. There are only two awards that are offered. There's a band award and a choir award. However, with me coming in at semester, I'd like to thank everyone for all of your help getting me through this thing. And so instead of buying 30 certificates and honoring each and every one of you, on the plaque, I'm just going to have everyone on it in the choir. So there's that. Congratulations.
At this time, Mrs. Carroll will come forward to recognize our seniors with their scholarships they have been awarded for next year.
Okay, I always say Ellis High School students are amazing, and it's pretty evident today as we award the scholarships that those amazing talents and things that you possess are being recognized tremendously today. We're going to do it a little differently. Some of our local scholarships, our students have not found out if they've been awarded that scholarship or not. And to make it a little bit more special, we have invited some of the local scholarship people that are offering those scholarships to come and actually present you with that award and pose for a picture. And so we'll kind of get started with those, and then we'll go through the long list of all the scholarships that have been awarded. So the first one, and this one our students already know about, but the Ellis FFA chapter awards scholarships to active members. This year, Jalen Piper was presented with $2,000 and Lane Cole with $1,500. So please come forward real quick. We have a certificate for you. I know you already know about this one. Awarded to Jalen Piper. It's in the amount of $400. I don't think we have a representative here for that, so I'll present this, and Mr. Burton will on their behalf. So congratulations to Jalen. $1 scholarship. Those students are Jalen Piper, Joseph Eck, and Abby Burton. Please come forward. Natalie Schoenberger. The Ellis Modern Mrs. FCE, which stands for Family Culture Educators Scholarship, is for students in FCCLA or FFA. This year, Abby Burton was selected for this $250 scholarship. Please come forward. Our next scholarship is the Ellis Federated Wrestling Club, and they offer scholarship money to students who have participated in the program, and they have to submit an application. This year, Bryce Younger will receive $400, and Jeffrey Sonneson will receive $100. Please come forward. honors the memory of Rosabelle Flax, who grew up on a farm north of Ellis. She graduated from St. Mary's Grade School and Ellis High School. She went on to college and graduated from Marymount College, and she received her master's degree from Fort Hays State University. Rosabelle devoted 41 and a half years to education, both in teaching and in principal positions. Rosabelle's family typically gives out one $1,000 scholarship, but this year decided to hand out 3 $1,000 scholarships. Paula is Rosabelle's daughter and is here to present her sister, and is here to present the award. I knew I'd mess up a couple times. So this year's recipients, so please come forward, are Jalen Piper, Allie Weber, and Samantha Crawford. The last local one that the students do not know about is the Wiesner Educational Foundation Scholarship. I don't believe I see a representative. This is in memory of Clarence and Marjorie Wiesner, who were long-term residents and business owners in the Ellis community. 12 students have been selected to receive $1,500 for their first year of school and another $1,500 their second year of college. That's a total of $36,000. I don't have anything to give you. I believe Phil Martin will contact you at a later time with information about your scholarship, but you can come up for a picture, please. So the following students are receiving this scholarship: Samantha Crawford, Abby Burton, Jalen Piper, Dawson Sproul, Joseph Eck, Jeffrey Sonneson, Allie Weber, Natalie Schoenberger, Blakely Biddle, Kelsey Brock, Bryce Younger, and Brendan Zweigel. Move on, and I'm going to try to go through these rather quickly to prevent this from being a super long award ceremony, but we're going to read all of the scholarships the seniors have been awarded. Some of these scholarships they're not accepting because they may have chosen to go to a different college, but they've listed everything they were offered. And when I get to the end, I think you'll be pretty impressed with what we bring in total. So as I say your name, you'll stand up. When I finish, maybe we'll give each of you 2 claps and keep it moving. So Blakely Biddle, please stand. Blakely plans on attending Kansas State University with a major in marketing and a minor in leadership. She received the KSU Vanier Family Business Administration Scholarship for a total of $20,000, KSU ACT Scholarship for $10,000, and the Wiesner Scholarship that we just announced. That makes for a total of $33,000 in scholarship money for Blakely. 2 claps. Kelsey Brock, please stand. Kelsey was awarded the Dane G. Hansen Career and Tech Ed Scholarship, which totals $8,000, and the Wiesner Scholarship that we just announced for a total of $11,000. Abby Burton, please stand. I forgot to announce Kelsey will be going to Hays Academy of Hair Design for cosmetology. Sorry, Kelsey. Abby plans to attend Fort Hays State University and major in Wait. Abby, sit down. I'm sorry. See, I'm messing up. Peyton Brown is next. Peyton was awarded the USD 388 Foundation Scholarship for $250. Peyton plans to attend Fort Hays State University and major in early childhood development. Now, Abby, sorry. Abby plans to attend Fort Hays State University. She's not quite sure yet on her major. And I'm going to read all the scholarships. KSU Foundation Plus Scholarship, which is renewable and totals $14,500. The Dane G. Hansen Scholarship, which will total $26,000. Fort Hays State Track Scholarship, which over 4 years would total $23,400. The Fort Hays Presidential Award of Distinction for $14,000 total. Fort Hays Academic Opportunity Award for $900. The Ellis Rotary Modern Mrs. FCE Scholarship and the Wiesner Scholarship that we just announced. That totals $82,350 in scholarship. Peyton Busby. Peyton plans to attend Northwest Technical College and major and go through the diesel mechanic program. And we're kind of estimating what his scholarship will be because it should cover full tuition through Lane Diesel. So we're estimating about $6,000 for Peyton. Julia Cox, please stand. Julia plans to attend Fort Hays State University, and she's also a little undecided on her major at this time. Fort Hays Hays City Scholar Award for a total of $6,000, and the Fort Hays Music and Theater Scholarship for a total of $1,600. So overall, she will be receiving $7,600 in scholarship money. Emily Emily plans to attend Fort Hays State University with a major in physics. She's been awarded the Dane G. Hansen Scholarship, which totals $26,000. The Carson Scholarship for $1,000. Fort Hays Departmental Scholarship for $900. And the Fort Hays Presidential Scholarship for $8,000, totaling $35,900. Samantha Crawford. Samantha Crawford plans to attend Kansas State University with a major in business administration and a minor in music. She received the American Legion Scholarship for $500, Copeland Insurance for $250, the Dane G. Hansen Scholarship, which would total $26,000, the Elks Most Valuable Student State Award for $600, Fort Hays Presidential Award of Distinction, which will total $14,000 over 4 years, Golden Belt Telephone Junior Board Scholarship for $750, Kansas State University Music Scholarship, which is a renewable one, which would total $2,000, Kansas State University Putnam Scholarship, over 4 years totals $36,000, the St. Mary's Home and School Association Scholarship for $200, McPherson College Music Scholarship for a total of $32,000, National Hagen Foundation Scholarship for $15,000 approximately, Roosevelt Flax Memorial Scholarship, and the Wiesner Scholarship that we already announced. Samantha's grand total in scholarship money awarded would be $132,300. Wow. Jordan Eden, please stand. Jordan Eden plans to attend Bellis Academy in Manhattan, so it's cosmetology, and she's receiving the Beauty Changes Life Scholarship, which would total $1,000. Joseph Beck, please stand. Joseph Beck plans to attend Fort Hays State University and major in wildlife biology. He was awarded the Fort Hays Academic Opportunity Award for $900, Fort Hays University Scholar Award, which will total $8,000, Smoky Hill Pheasants Forever for $250, Dane G. Hansen Scholarship, which totals $8,000, Shelter Insurance, the Ellis Rotary, and the Wiesner Scholarship that were announced earlier. His grand total is $22,450 in scholarship money. Kaylin Foster. Kaylin Foster plans to attend Fort Hays State University and major in nursing. She received the Fort Hays City Scholar Award, which will total $6,000. Academic Opportunity Award in nursing at Fort Hays for $250, and a Fort Hays State Track Scholarship, which over 4 years would total $12,800. So her total in scholarship money is $19,050. Kirsten Fricke. Kirsten Fricke plans to attend Fort Hays State University and major in digital marketing. She's received the Fort Hays Academic Opportunity Award for $900, the Fort Hays Tradition Scholar Award, which totals $4,000, and the Wichita State University Heritage Merit Scholarship, which would have totaled $8,000. So her total is $12,900 in scholarship money. Taylor Honus, please stand. Taylor Honus was awarded the Dane G. Hansen Career and Tech Ed Scholarship that totals $8,000. Taylor plans to attend Colby Community College and major in general studies. And she also received our Lyndall Barton Memorial Scholarship earlier. So her total is $8,100. Aiden Johnson. Aiden plans to attend Baker University or Barton, I'm not sure yet. Her major, though we know, will be music education. She's been awarded the Baker University Music Scholarship for $16,000, Barton Bound Scholarship for $8,000, Barton Music Scholarship for $12,000, Hilltop Scholarship for $6,000, Emporia Scholars Scholarship for $26,000, Baker University Academic Merit Scholarship for $40,000, and Baker University Presidential Scholarship for $8,000. Her total is $116,000 in scholarship money. Mackenzie Jones, please stand. Mackenzie plans on attending Fort Hays State University with a major in pre-med. She will be receiving, we've kind of had a conversation, she's not quite sure on the amounts on some of these, but she will be getting some scholarships as a crew member of McDonald's. One will pay 40% of her tuition, so we've kind of estimated that $4,000, it might be a little low on that. And then she also received the USD 388 Foundation Scholarship. So estimating $4,250 in scholarship money. Drew Keller. Take a guess what your total is.
What do you do?
$1 million. $59,602 in scholarship money.
this used to be in the evening, and my understanding was it wasn't very well attended by our student body. We got good attendance from parents and seniors, but not student body. Part of the reason we started doing this during the day is to have you here. You know, I can say I'm looking down Dawson, it's probably the first time in the 12 years I've been here we sent anybody to Stanford. So you can see we're going all the way to Stanford, and we have the students that are going through 1 and 2 year technical type programs throughout this class. It's important to understand that there is money there to help support you to go on to continue your education. That's really what we're about. We want you to leave Ellis and go on and get additional skills. And there's money there for you to do that. And another thing I'm going to say, freshmen, you heard me say it. 8th graders will hear me say it this year. Everything starts to count freshman year. Your grades start to count. The classes you take start to count. And I know people say, well, my school's not a job. I don't make money going to school. Well, I think this group made money going to school. Let's give them all a round of applause. Okay, in addition to scholarships awarded, this class has several other seniors who have earned honors and awards. And we're going to go through those here quickly. The first group I'd like to honor were chosen as Kansas Honor Scholars by the KU Alumni Association for being the top 10% of the graduating class. Earlier in the year, an awards ceremony was held at Thomas More Prep. Please come forward to when I announce your name, and we'll get your picture. Abby Burton, Samantha Crawford, Joseph Eck, Caitlin Foster, Mackenzie Jones, Jalen Piper, Natalie Schoenberger, Dawson Sproul, and Shelby Ward. Several students applied for the Wendy's High School Heisman Scholarship Contest. To qualify for this, students had to show excellence in the classroom, as a leader, and in school sports. 2 students were recognized as school winners, but unfortunately did not move on within the scholarship selection process. The 2 school winners were Abby Burton and Joseph Eck. Please give them a round of applause. The Lieutenant Governor's Community Service Award recognizes 1 junior and 1 senior from each Kansas high school who has shown a high commitment to community service and giving back to his or her community. This year's recipients are Lane Fisher and Haley Ryder. The Kansas State High School Activities Association Citizenship Award is presented to 1 female and 1 male who demonstrates respect, responsibility, and reverence. This is voted on by the high school teaching staff. This year's recipients are Abby Burton and Ryan Hurl. The Dale M. Dennis Excellence in Education Award recognizes outstanding service, scholarship, citizenship, and leadership. High schools throughout Kansas, as voted on by high school teachers, are allowed to select 1 recipient who exemplifies these qualities. This year's recipient is Abby Burton. Three students have completed the Kansas Scholars Curriculum, which includes basically the EHS graduation requirements, but they have to take 4 credits of math, and they have to take 2 years of foreign language. The following students, please come forward to receive your certificates. Emily Cranwell, Jeffrey Sonson, and Dawson Sprout. ACT score and the completion of the Kansas Scholars Curriculum. This year, Dawson's already been recognized, but we want to take a second to recognize him as the Ellis High School Kansas Governor Scholar Award winner. The Kansas ACT Scholar Award is given to students who receive a 32 or higher on their ACT test. Congratulations to Samantha Crawford and Dawson Sproul for receiving this award. Please come forward to get your certificate. Congratulations to all of our seniors. At this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Dawson to come forward. I believe she has some forensics awards to hand out.
Words can't really express how proud I am of the forensics team this year. So I'll just talk a little bit about what they can do. They can win 3 state championships in a row. They can qualify 20 events in a competition that only allows 16. They can have over 30 participants in their program. They can have 20 letter winners. And I am going to miss so many of them so badly. So, seniors, if you're a senior forensics member, please stand up.
Okay, this being my last year in the district, I do feel compelled to give a little speech. So if I could get the journalism staff to come up on stage, this speech is for you. Many of the members of the journalism staff have been on the staff for 3 years. Veterans and newbies, each staff member has contributed and enriched the journalism program at EHS. Thank you to each of you for making my time here at EHS Journalism Advisor both fun and brief. I'd like to take credit for the work you create, but it really is all of you. From keeping the program running in my absence 2 years ago, to dedicating long work nights, you have each had a hand in keeping the program strong. As we go our separate directions, I want to tell you that you've each taught me so much. Lauren, you've taught me that sometimes it's the quietest person in the room who has the most creative ideas. Good luck in Cheney, you are going to wow them. Brianna, you have taught me that morality should be expected from everyone, and that even if you are nervous about putting yourself out there, do it anyway. The worst they can say is no. Kylie, you've taught me how to love my hedgehog. And if I don't, there will always be someone willing to take them off my hands. Allie, you've taught me that macaroni and cheese goes horribly bad in the journalism fridge if left in there for over a week. And driving while selling ads will lead to accusations of being a dumpster. Sierra, you've taught me to read something in a particular tone of voice, and that you can make any word into a word of your own. You've never failed to turn spreads in staple to a vanilla folder, And a possum should be referred to as Berlin. Shelby, you've taught me that with enough harping, it is possible to get a student to stop saying the P word. Mountain Dew can be the breakfast of champions, and Comic Sans can be used as a weapon. Dawson, you've taught me that someone else can love BSQ as much as I do. And it's okay for me to cry in the journalism room with my sliver of cake while writing a blurb about a ferocious critter. Natalie, you've taught me how to effectively speak in a Bostonian accent. I'm taking the door. And then sometimes you need a break in between working on English papers to terrorize your teacher with Shania Twain and Cher Bear. And Kirsten, you have taught me the power of calm and quiet, but fierce leadership. You walk lightly and carry a big stick. You lead by example, you motivate and influence instead of trying to control. Thank you, each of you, for these life lessons. As I read your awards, please step forward and Mrs. Carroll and Mr. Burton will distribute them to you. Lauren Becker, first year staffer. Lauren received first place at regionals for editorial cartoon, third place at regionals for yearbook layout, and third place at state for editorial cartoon. Brianna North, first year staffer. Brianna received third place at regionals for sports photography, honorable mention for yearbook theme and graphics, and third place at state for sports photography. And Bri is also receiving the Rookie of the Year award. Kylie Wilkin, first year staffer. Kylie received first place at regionals for yearbook sports writing and honorable mention at regionals for yearbook theme and graphics. Dawson Sproul, copy editor, second year staffer. Dawson received honorable mention at regionals for student life photography, second place at regionals for headline writing and design, third place at state for online photo gallery, and honorable mention at state for headline writing and design. Natalie Schoenberger, photography editor, second year staffer. Natalie is receiving first place at regionals for feature writing. Shelby Worth, business manager, third year staffer. Shelby received first at regionals for cutline writing, honorable mention at regionals for advertising, and Shelby is receiving the MVP award for the second year in a row. Sierra Schmidt, social media manager, third year staffer. Sierra received first place for yearbook theme and graphics at regionals, honorable mention for feature writing at regionals, and honorable mention for state for yearbook theme and graphics. Allie Weber, co-editor-in-chief, third year staffer. Allie received third place at regionals for cutline writing, an honorable mention at regionals in academic photography, and third place at state for cutline writing. Kirsten Fricky, co-editor-in-chief, third year staffer. Kirsten received first place at regionals for yearbook theme and graphics, honorable mention at regionals for copy editing, and honorable mention at state for yearbook theme and graphics. And Kirsten is also receiving Journalist of the Year award for the second year in a row. Thank you, journalism staff. It has been an honor. Good luck.
I'll now ask Ms. Nylas to come forward. I think she has some awards for our students participating in the BIGS program.
7 years, Ellis has had a PALS program, originally started as Big Brothers Big Sisters, and then when they stopped that, we took it over as our own program, where high school students are paired up with a student from Washington Grade School. The purpose of this program is to provide that.
The Outstanding Senior in Math and Science is an award that was originally presented by the Kansas State School of Engineering. And, you know, they have sponsored that award for years and years. And for whatever reason, Kansas State stopped that award about 2 years ago. And we have decided as a school to continue to do that locally. So we give an award for Outstanding Senior in Math and Science. This year, I'd like to try something a little different. Would every student, every senior who has taken every single math class, please stand up. One thing we have to recognize is that oftentimes we don't know what our major is going to hold or what our major is going to require. One class I talk a lot about to the seniors is calculus, and that is, it's a class that a lot of people don't feel like they need and probably don't really want to take. But gosh, every business major, whether it's accounting, business administration, finance, needs a calculus class. Every pre-professional major, whether it be dentistry, pre-med, needs a calc class. So it's far better to have taken something that maybe you don't end up needing than to not take something that you will need. Okay, you guys can sit down. Every student who has taken every science class that Ellis has to offer, please stand up. So that includes chemistry, physics, A&P. But, okay, we won't do earth science. Okay. So, again, the same thing holds true. Sometimes people kind of approach this with the naive thought that, you know, if I want to be a doctor, it seems like the obvious thing is that doctors need anatomy, and maybe that's all I need to take. But people need to realize that they will be required a physics class, they'll be required a lot of chemistry. So once again, you need to take the class, even if you think you might not need it. So I would like everybody to come up here who has taken math through calculus and science through physics. All those students, come up here, please. And I'm sorry, earth science, we're not counting it.
It's just a...
So we got 7 students who took through physics and through calculus.
Should have just been that.
We had 6 students. Of those 6 students, maybe by stepping forward, maybe by a show of hands, who aspires to become a doctor? Who aspires to become some other health professional, like a physician assistant or a nurse practitioner? Who aspires to become an engineer? Who aspires to become perhaps an architect, perhaps a doctor? So if we go through the history of who has won this award, I can't tell you how many students who are in medical school right now or who are doctors right now have won this award. Ellis High School has an amazing number of students who are currently in medical school or are accepted and will be going. That is something to really be proud of. I don't want to stand up here and name them because I'm sure I'm going to forget somebody, but I can probably think of at least a half a dozen students who are in medical school right now who have graduated from Ellis High School in the last 6 or so years. And so in this group, I'm sure we're going to have more. This group of seniors did something, starting when they were a freshman, that I'm so proud of, and they should be proud of, and that is they decided that hard classes were something to be competitive in, something to be proud of. You know, these guys, you would not believe how they would not accept the fact that somebody in their class did 1 or 2 points better than them on a test. It's been remarkable. You know, and whoever in this class, when you were young, made it cool to be smart in math and science, you guys deserve a hand. So. You know, unfortunately, this award goes to one person, and it could be a lot. You know, I wish we could give this to 3 or 4 people. I also wish this award would come with a scholarship award, and maybe that's something we could keep in mind for future years. I'm not sure where the money would come from, but maybe the chemistry teacher could chip in. But usually when we look and see who is supposed to win this award, we start with grades in math and science. And we started looking at who never has received a B in any math class and any science class. And that list was long. So then we go to ACT, and we had outstanding ACT scores this year. But we add all that up, and one person did edge the competitors. And so this year's outstanding senior in math and science goes to Dawson.